Heather Malloy is just her stage name. Her real name is Sparkleface Muffin Heart. She's pretty incredible. So pretty. One of the most important things that music does is it inspires us. Sometimes music talks you off a ledge. Sometimes music makes you keep going another day even when you feel you can't have to. If you have that song on your playlist that makes you feel like, I'm gonna make it through the rest of the day. And sometimes we forget that that music comes from someone. That music comes from a space inside of someone. And growing up, there was a musician that meant a lot to me, and it sounds odd to say, but I thought this would be a great moment to honor him, especially being here tonight, and such an amazing foundation and what the work that they're doing. And so I wanted to do this piece. I haven't done this piece in over a decade, I think, but I think it's a pretty special place to do it. You guys ready? Muffin Heart, are you good to go? All right, sweet. Listen. His father made a habit out of hitting him. See, some men drink, some men yell, some men hit their children. This man did it all because I guess all men want their boys to be geniuses. Beethoven. Little boy living in a house where a name meant nothing. Living in a house where mercy had to be earned. Through each perfect note tumbling up through the roof to tickle the toes of angels whose harps couldn't hold half the passion that was held in the hands of a young boy who was hard of hearing, Beethoven. Who heard his father's anthem every time he put finger to ivory. It was not good enough, so he played slowly. Not good enough, so he played softly. Not good enough, so he played strongly. And when he could play no more, when his fingers cramped up into the gnarled roots of tree trunks, it was not good enough. Beethoven, a musician without his most precious tool, his eardrums could no longer pound out rhythms for the symphonies playing in his mind. He couldn't hear the audiences clap, couldn't hear them in the front row whispering his name, as they let the music invade their nervous system like an armada marching through, firing cannonballs, detonating every molecule in their bodies into explosions of heavenly sensation, each note leaving track marks over every inch of their body, making them ache for one more hit. He turned sound into an addiction, and kings, queens, it didn't matter. The man got down on his knees for no one, but amputated the legs of his piano so he could feel the vibrations through the floor. The man got down on his knees for music. And when the orchestra played his symphonies, it was the echoes of his father's anthem repeating itself like a broken record. It was not good enough, so they played slowly. Not good enough, so they played softly. Not good enough, so they played strongly. Not good enough, so they tried to mock the man, make fun of the madness by mimicking the movements, holding their bows a quarter of an inch above the strings, not making a sound. It was perfect. See, the deaf have an intimacy with silence. It's there in their dreams. And the musicians turn to one another, not knowing what to make of the man, trying to calculate the distance between madness and genius, realizing that Beethoven's musical measurements could take you to distances reaching past the towers of Babylon, turning solar systems into symbols that crashed together, causing comets to collide, creating crescendos that were so loud they shook the constellations until the stars began to fall from the sky, and it looked like the entire universe had begun to cry, distance must be an illusion, the man must be a genius. Beethoven, his thoughts moving at the speed of sound, transforming emotion into music. And for a moment, it was like joy was a tangible thing. Like you could touch it. Like for the first time, we could watch love and hate dance together in a waltz of such precision and beauty that we finally understood the history wasn't important. To know the man, all we ever had to do was listen. Thank you guys so much.